I'm not going to claim it's an Inside the LPGA podcast bump, but I'm also not going to deny it. Which, shameless plug here, but go take a listen, because Lauren Coughlin was on earlier this week. But without further ado, let's talk about her. I'm Hope Arnett, and you're watching LPGA Now, presented by ServPro. Let's get into it. Looking at her first round scorecard here in Canada, she had a nice steady front nine, which is the course's back nine, but she turned up the heat when she got to 1. Going 4 under in just 9 holes, it was just enough to take the lead by 1.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot windier than I was expecting, so I just had to stay super patient in the beginning, and then I kind of started getting some putts dropping, and yeah, I mean, it was tough out there for sure, but I hit a lot of really good shots and a lot of good putts. So.
Earl Grey Golf Club is not playing easy. Wind and cold temperatures came through on Thursday after everyone had practiced and prepared in the warm days leading up. Not to mention the extremely thick rough that you do not want to find yourself in.
It's tough. It just depends on the lie that you're going to get. I got pretty lucky on a couple of them that they weren't too bad, but then like on the last hole, it wasn't easy because it was sitting up, a good few inches, and so you can go under it really easy and hit really high on the face, and so just trying to judge how it was coming out. Luckily, you can bounce stuff short and it runs up, so that made it a little bit easier, but it's just all dependent on the lie.
I feel exhausted already and it's only round 1. I think because I was all over the place and I was scrambling. But yeah, it was tough out there. We were experiencing 2 to nearly 3 club wins out there, and it's a bit different when maybe you experience that at a Scottish Open and you can run it and try and hit those lower shots. But if you land it short of the green and it doesn't always jump up, it's hard to kind of visualize those shots and then obviously pull them off. So
Australian Hannah Green has already won twice this season, and she's won back from Lauren. She was rolling in putts from everywhere.
Much easier said than done. How about this from Hannah Green trip?
Green at 17. Here it comes.
How about this leaderboard? Tied with Hannah is Arya Jutanugarn, Jennifer Kupcho, and Minji Lee. And we can't overlook some of the names just 2 back from Lauren. Lydia Ko, Allison Lee, Heidan Yu, and several more that are right there in the mix. Lydia Ko is only 1 point away from being inducted into the LPGA Hall of Fame. And with the Olympics coming up, she's already won a silver and a bronze medal. And I think we know which one is left.
If I do win gold at Paris, I feel like somebody needs to get me like a Cinderella slipper, because that's just a story that even I couldn't have drawn up. So yeah, very excited for Paris in a couple of weeks, and we've got our last major at St. Andrews at the home of golf. So a lot of golf left, but as much as I'm excited for the stretch, I'm also excited for that time off right after. But it's exciting, and to say I'm going to be a 3-time Olympian doesn't happen very often, and yeah, it's definitely a cool label to have next to my name.
She carded the only bogey-free round on Thursday.
Yeah, there you go. How about that?
So with a tricky day of golf in the books, who knows what's going to happen on Friday? Tune in to find out and come back right here to watch LPGA Now, presented by ServPro.